I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away, and every branch that bears fruit, he prunes that it may bear more fruit. You already claimed because of the word which I spoke to you. Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing. If anyone does not abide in me, he is cast out as a branch and is withered, and they gather them and throw them into fire, and they are burned. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you will ask whatever you desire and it shall be done for you. We stop here and then let's explore. Now, before we explain these verses, first of all, Jesus is speaking to people who understand agriculture. Now, he's talking about vine dresser. It is very important that to understand truly what Jesus is saying here, we have to think like them because he's talking about things they can relate. A vine. He did not say a tree. He said a vine. Now, people there understood vine because grapevine is very common in that region. They grow a lot of grapes, and so they know this. So it is easy for Jesus to bring this story because they can relate to it. Now let's pay attention to the vine. If you know, a vine is a plant that grows on the ground. Now, if it's not growing very well, or it's not bearing much fruit because it grows on the ground, it needs support to reach sunlight. Photosynthesis agri comes in here, whereby the leaves of the plant needs to receive sunlight in order to grow very well and bear much fruit. So you need to support the plant. You need to use a stem from somewhere, a tree or any support to lift up the leaves to reach to the sunlight, to receive more sunlight so that they can grow properly and bear much fruit. That is the work of the vine dresser. Let's do that separately, even from this verse. That is the work of the vine dresser. So Jesus is using this analogy or this parable with this story. He's borrowing that because he knows the people that time can relate. He didn't talk about AI because AI was not a thing at that time, so people cannot even relate. So people can relate to this. So to truly understand what he's saying, we need to understand what a vineyard and a vine and the work of the vine dresser is, because the work of the vine dresser is to go about. So think about it. You've grown some grapes. The vine is not even the grapes is not reaching the sunlight, and you say, oh, because you're not reaching the sunlight, I'm going to cut you off and throw you away in the bush. No, that's not what the vine dresser does. What he does is that he uses a stem to support the leaves to reach out to the sun, so that the sun will shine on the leaves and the grapes will bear much fruit. Now let's pay attention. Now with this knowledge, now let's read again. I am the true vine, my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. Now the word takes away, if you are using a hard copy Bible, you see that there's an alphabet there. If you go all the way down to the footnotes, in mine, verse 15, verse 2, it say or lifts up, because the word there is aero. It's the Greek word aero, which also means to lift up. Now, here is a translator problem, because whoever puts the text away there use the meaning. The meaning of arrow also can mean to take away, but then the meaning of arrow means to lift up. But then lift up will fit in because we are dressing a vine and a vine dresser work here. And what the vine dresser does when the plant is not bearing fruit is to lift it up. It's not to take it away. It lifts it up. So if you look down on your footnote, you can see that you can make that substitution there. So it's not like you're changing the Bible. It was not written in English. It was written in Greek, and the people of that time could understand what is being said, and it's lifting up. So any branch in me that does not bear fruit, he lifts up, and every branch that bears fruit, he prunes that it bears much more fruit. Remember, in John 6:37, let's read. All that the Father gives me will come to me, and the one who comes to me, I will by no means cast out. Anybody who comes to me, this is Jesus speaking, I will not cast out. So he cannot just take you away. So it does not even fit the description we are talking here. He's already said that, so he's not contradicting himself. Jesus is very consistent. It's the truth. He's not contradicting himself here. So if you put that, every man he cuts off, then you are trying to say that what he said in John 6:37 does not hold, because he said he will not cast anybody out. Anybody who comes to him, I will by no means cast out. So it is consistency here. So if you're struggling with this substitution here, the left up here, then you're really not being consistent with what Jesus is saying. But then if you understand the vine and the vine dresser, that farming business, then you know that lift up is what Jesus Christ is talking about, because it was not said in English. The translators decided to add this based on their own understanding. But then following the train of thoughts of Jesus Christ in the Bible, you could see that lift up fits here more properly than the cast away. Now that is dealt with. Let's go on. You're already clean because of the word I've spoken to you. Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing. Verse 6, if anyone does not abide in me, he is cast out as a branch and is withered, and they gather them and throw them into the fire, and they are burned. Now, let's explain this verse. If anyone does not abide in me, now Jesus is preaching to them that abide in me. In this case, Jesus is the vine. Jesus is the vine. People there are the branches. Anybody who abides in Jesus Christ is the branch that abides with the vine. So people are branches. Believers are those branches connected to the vine. If people who are a branch does not abide in him, it's like a branch that is outside the vine. It withers because there's no supply from the vine. You are not in him in the first place. You are not in him in the first place. It's not like you are in him and he cast you away. No. All people are branches in this story. All people are branches. Anybody who abides in him has a source of life. But if you are in him and you are not bearing fruit, he lifts you up. But other branches that are not in him, that means all the people there are branches. Let's see through these lenses. He's talking to people. Let's come slowly. He's talking to people. He's talking as a plant. So he is a vine. All people are branches. There are some branches in him. That means there are some branches that have believed in what he's saving. He is salvation. So they are connected to him. Some of the branches connected to him are not bearing fruit. So they are struggling to reach the sunlight. So the vine dresser will come and lift. That is the Father's job, to come and lift in him. Now, verse 6. We are talking about other people who are also branches. But this time, these branches are not in him. They are not in him because they've not accepted, so they are not in him. So because they are not in him, they are not receiving supply from the root to them. They are not receiving the feed, so they will wither because they are not receiving any supply. Mind you, branches in him who are not bearing fruit do not wither because they are still being supplied. It's just that they are struggling to bear fruit. So the vine dresser, who is God, will lift them up. But then those who are not in him will wither because there's no supply. So simple. No contradiction here. Agriculture. Here, you borrow the knowledge. You fit in. You're gone. If anyone does not abide in me, he is cast out as a branch and is withered. So you were not in him in the first place. Mind you, Jesus said, anybody who comes to him, he will by no means cast out. So he's not talking about those who are in him. Those who are not in him also are branches in this story. But then they will wither because there's no supply. And burn. If you abide in me and if you abide in me and my words abide in you, you will ask whatever you desire, and it shall be done for you. By this, my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit, so you will be my disciples. So you abide in me. You become my disciples. As the Father loved me, I have loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I've kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Amen. So it's so simple. Take your time to study and to pay attention to what we've just said. And then if you have any question, you can post it down there. Thank you for listening and God bless you.